Hello and good afternoon, everyone. I am Joe Prisco. We have in our next installment of Blue Devils on Campus, Bria Carbo, who is from our track and field and cross country program. So she's a very busy woman, and we appreciate her taking the time to talk with us today. So Bria, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. It's midterm week and I'm just trying to make it through.
How are the midterms going for you?
So far, so good. I have three more left, two down, three more to go.
Excellent, excellent. So, you're keeping yourself very busy this week because you guys are also doing a little, I don't know, open track season where you guys are out there working out with Coach and I on a regular basis as well.
Yes, a lot of running.
So we'll get into next question is, are all your classes online or are there any of them meeting in person this semester?
I have half and half. I have like at least one class every day on campus and then like one class every day online.
Okay. And how do you enjoy, having been thrown into the online classes at the end of last semester? How do you enjoy the online classes compared to being on campus?
Um, they were challenging at first, but I got used to it now. So I guess I could say it's about the same now. I kind of enjoy it now.
Excellent, excellent. So, well, next get into, I know that you probably went back home to see your family. So how is your family doing through this whole pandemic, shut down the world situation?
They're taking it very seriously. They've been staying at home, but overall, they've been great.
Excellent, excellent. So we'll talk a little bit about your summer. We just had summer unlike any we've ever had before. So how was your summer?
My summer was, I guess, boring. I actually ended up getting COVID.
Oh
From
no,
yes, my sister went out and passed it on to me, but we ended up being okay. So
that's
yeah,
fine. Any are you fully back to health right now, or is there any lingering conditions from having COVID?
I'm back.
All right. Excellent to have you back. And I did not know that. So I'm sorry that you had to go through that, but glad you're back fully healthy. So, and during the summer, obviously you're probably limited when you had COVID of being able to not work out. But that's only part of it. As an athlete, you have to stay both physically and mentally sharp. So what are some things you did in order to keep yourself both physically and mentally in shape for this upcoming season?
Actually, me and my sister, we would do like ab workouts at home. And we also went running, but like with a mask on. Since we both had it,
Yeah.
running like on the road and try to get all the sweat out and stuff.
Did you find that? I know it's not a medical diagnosis you're giving us, but did you find that sweating it out helps a bit?
Yes, it did.
um, Also over the summer, I'm sure you had a little bit more free time you would typically have. Was there anything you got into? Any additional like new books you got into? TV shows? Anything else like that? During during the COVID period, or during your time at home?
I actually got into sewing. So I was like making masks and just looking at different things to make.
Excellent, excellent. Had you ever sewed before, or was this a brand new hobby for yourself?
I know how to hand sew and I've always had a machine, but I never actually used my machine. So I kind of got into my machine now recently.
And not only were you getting into sewing, but you were getting in for a great cause if you were making masks for people. Did you donate your mask, or would you just make masks for your family?
I plan on donating them now, but I was making them for family. So
Excellent, excellent. Definitely very worthwhile as well. Let's see. Obviously, there had to be a decision made to actually come back to campus. So how was that decision made for you? Because I know that it couldn't have been an easy one for you.
so actually I'm a FYE mentor. So that's probably the main reason I went back to campus. But if I wasn't, I probably would have stayed at home.
Okay. And for anyone that doesn't know what FYE is, what is that? What does it stand for?
That's first year experience.
Okay. Excellent, excellent. Um, so, um, being back on campus, you living on campus or off campus?
I stay at Suno, so off.
Okay, so off campus, off campus. All right. Your classes have obviously started. You've got midterms. Are any of their classes that you're really looking forward to having this year, or have really piqued your interest?
I'm gonna be honest, no. No, not at all. None of them.
No problem, no problem. So, like obviously we're still having social distance and for good reason. But once we're not having the social distance anymore, is there any activities or anything that you're really looking forward to doing?
Yes, I want to hang out with my friends. I'm ready to go back to the movies and public places. I'm tired of staying in my room all the time.
You keep them safe, but that's good. That's also like to be, live the life of like a person. You don't want to be secluded like we all had to be. And it's for good reason, and I fully support it, as I'm sure you do too. But that first chance to go out to the movies, see your friends, it's going to be a great experience for everybody. So, um, how long and when did you first start participating in track and cross country?
I say I first started track when I was 7. I started doing summer track, and I've done that since today. It's time. And cross country, I started in 8th grade.
Excellent, excellent. Growing up, obviously, like before start participating in track and cross country, were there any other sports you participated in growing up?
I did gymnastics for like a year because I did not like gymnastics. I did ballet and I also played soccer. That's it.
But you found the running ones were the ones that kind of had your heart, huh?
Yes, so it kind of runs in the family, so it ended up just happening, I guess.
When you say it runs in the family, is it your sister, or did your parents, were they runners as well, or?
My dad was a runner, and my sister was a runner, and my brother was a runner.
Do they just run for recreation, or do they run for teams, or?
My sister ran for Ole Miss.
Okay.
400 runner for Ole Miss. My brother ran in high school. My dad ran in high school, and then I ran. Well, still run now.
So, how and why did you decide to attend Dillard?
I decided to attend Dillard for the film program.
Excellent, excellent. So what's your favorite part about being at Dillard so far? And also, what's your favorite part? I know that it was kind of a, interesting freshman year you kind of had there. So what's your, favorite moment of being part of the track program? Maybe it was that first meet, or maybe it was just the practices with Coach Gay. So
I would say the practices with Coach Gay and meeting the teammates. I think that's my favorite part.
Okay. And like I know that you're relatively young in college, but I'm sure you've felt yourself matured a little bit, even from your first year. So how have you matured from your beginning year? Have you noticed any of those changes in yourself?
I see a few. I know I managed my time more better from last year, so I guess I can say that.
Okay. Now we'll get into some of your favorites. Do you have a favorite actor or actress?
Um, Issa Rae.
Okay. How about, do you have a favorite movie?
I guess I like What Happened to Monday or The Hate You Give, probably.
Okay. Do you have any favorite TV shows or musical artists or genre or anything?
TV show, I love The Office.
Okay, The Office, huh? So it's a good show. I enjoy that one as well. So how about, what is your favorite meal?
I like everything.
Or what's your favorite meal? I know that you're off campus. I'm sure you probably cook for yourself quite a bit. So what's your favorite meal to make for yourself?
I guess I don't really cook, but if I have to say, I guess like any type of shrimp pasta type dish, I guess.
Okay, no problem. Do you have a favorite athlete, or did you have a favorite athlete growing up?
Allison Felix.
Okay, wonderful. So the next question is going to be, obviously you probably were on campus a little bit more last year, but do you have a favorite meal on campus?
I guess my go-to is the grilled chicken sandwiches. That's my
I've heard very good things about that. So, um, let's see. Now we'll get into a little about your teammates. Who is in your opinion, who is your funniest teammate or teammates?
funniest would be Zion and Langston.
I've met both, and they are both characters, so I can vouch for that. So, and this is going to be kind of a difficult one. Say you're having a dinner, and you can have anybody in history at your dinner or any family members. Who would be at your dinner table?
Okay. My sister. Okay, how many?
You can have as many as you want. This is your dinner table. This can go endlessly.
Okay, it'll be spread it out. Okay. My sister, Michelle Obama, Lil Uzi Vert, Zendaya, Rihanna, Will Smith. That's I guess. Yeah, that's all I can think of right now.
That's a good, solid table. I have great conversations I'm sure will be had. So let's see. Are there any hidden or unknown talents about yourself that people don't know?
I can paint.
Can you? What do you enjoy painting?
Mainly nature themes, I guess.
And have you always like been a painter, or when did this start? Have you done like do you have a canvas and paint and that sort of thing?
Yes, I love painting. I always painted, like since I was little.
Okay, nice. How about what is your pre-meet rituals? Things you always have to do, or maybe meals you always have to have, or anything else like that before you compete?
Okay, this is disgusting, but throw up. I just throw up before I run. I don't know why. I've always been like that. But like once I throw up, I'm ready. Like I'm ready to go.
Hey, just give you some space, and we'll let you go then. Let's see. Say, all right. You're in school now, but once you graduate from school, what would you like to spend your first real paycheck on?
My first real paycheck on?
Yeah. What would you like to spend your first real paycheck on? So you're out in the real world. What's the first thing you would purchase once you have the job? You're out in the real world. You're making your way and everything else like that. So.
Probably a house.
Nice. Okay. So say you get inducted to the Hall of Fame, whether it's your high school Hall of Fame, your work Hall of Fame, the Dillard Hall of Fame. Who are some people you would thank in your Hall of Fame speech?
I guess my parents. My parents, God, my teammates, my coaches. Yeah, that's probably.
All good. What was your first ever job?
My first ever job was at a restaurant called Fuzzy's Taco Shop.
Okay. Did you enjoy it? Did you work as a server, or did you work in the back? Or? So did you come up with your own shorthand to make sure that you were getting the orders correct and whatnot?
Somewhat. I was very clumsy, so like I'll carry the food and I'll just I won't drop everything.
So sometimes it takes concentration. There's no problem with that. I mean, not everyone's meant to be a server, and especially when you first start, it's a position or a job you get to kind of grow into. So
it's okay.
What place have you always wanted to see but you haven't seen yet?
Place as in
like location. Like it could be a state, could be a country, could be a place somewhere where you've always wanted to visit, go on vacation, that sort of thing.
I'd say probably like Italy.
Italy, nice. Okay. When you're bragging about your hometown to your teammates or anyone else that's ever been there, what do you say about your hometown?
Well, from here, like bragging to people here, we can say I have a Zaxby's because New Orleans don't have Canes, and Zaxby's is better than Canes.
Zaxby's better than Cane's. All right. I've had both, and I'm gonna say that both are very good. I think. Let's see. What is one thing that people maybe often misunderstand about you? The people that don't know you really well yet.
I guess people can say I come off as aggressive, but I don't think I come off as aggressive. I think I'm just me. I don't know. They just don't know me yet, so they probably assume that I'm mean, but I'm not really mean.
Who's the person that inspires you the most, or has inspired you the most?
I would say my dad.
Nice. And what's your dad done to inspire you? Anything in particular, or is it just he's always been a good role model?
He has always been a good role model. He has a strong work ethic, and that's what I like.
Nice, nice. All right. What is something you absolutely cannot live without?
Money.
Money. All right. It's a very good answer. And by chance, it's the first time I've heard that from anyone. So that was a very good answer. All right. Now we'll get into my last question for you. So what is your major and what are your potential career aspirations?
My major is film.
Okay.
At first, I wanted to focus on directing, but now I'm leaning more towards set and costume design.
Set costume design. Well, Bria, those are all my questions. I appreciate you taking the time to talk with me, especially as I know how busy your schedule is. But this was wonderful, and I appreciate you taking the time to kind of get to know you a little bit better. So thank you.
Thank you for having me.